Welcome to OHP Uncut. It's Kannon. Happy Valentine's Day 2022. What did Avril get for Valentine's Day? Does she give something to her boyfriend for Valentine's Day? We're going to talk to her about that. And of course, new music from Avril Lavigne, who I've had a crush on for, it seems like 20 years. Oh, wait, it has been 20 years, which is crazy. Time flies when you're having fun. And also, I feel very old because of that. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. That's how you can win a virtual meet and greet with your favorite artists. Click subscribe and you'll be entered to win the next one on OHP Uncut. Here comes Avril.
The OHP Uncut Podcast with Kannon.
For people that are just now tuning in, which is because it's the beginning of the interview, we've been talking for a while. We thought we were being recorded.
Yeah, we just did a really great interview for about 10 minutes. We're starting it all over.
Tell everyone what you got for Valentine's Day.
Okay, so for this Valentine's Day, I got a really sweet heart diamond necklace, little hearts that go all the way around, I love it. It's very thoughtful. And meanwhile, my album is called Love Sucks.
Yes.
Sometimes. And yeah, we were just talking about what is Valentine's Day? Is it for girls? Is it for guys? Is it I guess it can go both ways. And I was just saying, I just love the traditional flowers, really great card. And then maybe some jewelry.
But the really good card is the most important part to you, huh?
The good card is the most important part. And I love that for sure.
Yes, I think Valentine's Day is mostly for girls, by the way. I'm not going to get butthurt if I don't get anything.
But it is important to remember it.
I've been so excited to talk to you. And everyone's been like, has it been 20 years that she's been doing this? I'm like, oh, God, yes. It doesn't feel like 20 years to me. How about you?
It doesn't. Yeah. When I think back to the first album and getting up on stage for the first time and the whirlwind of it all, I guess that does feel like a lifetime ago, but it's crazy. I haven't stopped. This is my 7th record. I'll be going on tour, a world tour for the 7th time. And I just, love what I do. I love music. This album is so much fun. I feel like this is a record I've wanted to make for forever. It's rock and roll, kind of pop punk vibes, all the way through. Super fun. I collaborated with a bunch of dope people in music. I have features with Machine Gun Kelly, Black Bear, Mark Hoppus from Blink-182. And so those guys are on my album. So it's not bad. It's so much fun. And it's so great working with these other artists and just writing songs with them. They're so talented and it's just it's a different vibe and yeah, good times.
Well, every album is sort of like a snapshot of where an artist is at that point in time, mentally and otherwise. If we were to consider that for you, what would we see as that snapshot? Hear as that snapshot, feel as that snapshot?
First of all, I totally agree with you. And I view my life that way. I'll refer to during the girlfriend era, think whatever I was doing in my life, whoever I was hanging out with, or oh yeah, on my first album, I totally look at my life in albums.
So can I just ask real quick, what Skater Boy, what you was that at that time then? If you look back to that, what was that era?
Dude, I was 17. I was super young. Everything was happening for the first time. And I just got out of high school. So much heartbreak and for the first time and discovering, learning how to have boyfriends and date and traveling the world and all that stuff. And I didn't have my own house at that point. So now I do. So the snapshot of the Love Sucks era, it's really fun. I live in Malibu and just making music again. I mean, we had the pandemic. I wrote this album in the studio with masks on. I was really careful at the beginning of the pandemic, super just okay, I don't want to get sick. So we had masks on. And a couple of my sessions in the studio, with Mark Hoppus, we wrote over Zoom. And so it was very different we've all had to kind of like travel less and not be able to travel. Tours have been canceled. So just being a little more domesticated and at home a little more. But for me, that gave me more time to really just like write tons of songs.
And how long did it take to write the songs for this album? How long has that been going on? A couple years?
Like I wrote this album last year. Yeah.
How fast are you with writing songs? Like I talked to Olivia Rodrigo, who I know you saw the other day. She writes songs basically constantly. Other artists go through blocks. How is it for you? Are you constantly writing or did you say, all right, I need to sit down and write this album now?
So like I go through phases where I'm just like, wow, I totally have stuff to write about right now. I have all these concepts, or I'm going through something. I'm feeling just really inspired and like in that headspace for like a moment. Like, so it could be like a week and a half. It could be 2 weeks. It could be a couple of months where I'm just like, that's all I want to do is write. Sometimes you put yourself in the studio and it's time to make an album. And it's like, okay, schedule the time to go in. And honestly, I don't know. That's not always that inspiring. But what was cool about this album is I didn't have a record company or a manager. So when I got together with these people I was working with, so like Modson, John Feldman, Travis Barker, it was like, hey, like who, it was like, we're all just like friends getting together in the studio. And like, just like, I was on a kick. Like I started writing and it was so much fun. I swear I wrote the record in 2 weeks. So it was like I had 12 songs. We had a chalkboard and like in 1 week. And I was like, I've never done that. It's never been this much fun. Like, and then we just looked at each other and like, well, now what? Like, I need to go find a label. Like, I need to get a manager.
Now we need a record label.
Like, now what do we do? And the world is shut down. Yeah. So I was like, let's just keep writing because this is so much fun. And then we just continued writing and worked with other artists. And then it was really cool because I was writing songs with Travis and he's producing. And then I was at his studio and he signed me to his label. So it worked out perfect.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was already like super involved with the album. So it made sense. And so now Travis Barker's the president of my record label. So that's dope and fun. And we perform the songs together. We've been performing Bite Me and Love It When You Hate Me, the first 2 singles. I'm in a promo cycle. We're performing on TV, all that stuff. And so it's been really fun.
Do you think about like what you want the audience to take away from the album or, what they want them to learn about you from this album? Or is that not something that crosses your mind? You just write with what's in you and they can take what they will.
Like, obviously, I just want people to like have fun and to make amazing memories attached to these songs. So whether they're like in their car and just like rocking out or they come to the shows and they're just having a blast. It's always nice to hear that people can relate to my songs or that my songs have like touched people and helped them through whatever in their life. I write about what I'm going through or things I've been through. And my songs always have like strength in them. I'm never weak. Like chin up, move forward. And so the album is an empowering, like anthemic album. And it's, it's like the trials and tribulations of love, the ups and downs, the moving forward, the like, well, and also just having a sense of humor in it. And this album, I think, is kind of funny, just a little bit when I say like certain things, like my song Love Sucks. So, when you go through a breakup and like, you literally feel like you're going to barf.
100%.
Like Love Sucks is about that. So it's like, nah, not another breakup. When I think of you, I just want to throw up. Lying in my bed. Why does love suck? It's like so true.
Do you mind if I ask some questions off Twitter? Because like people are blowing me up. Probably the most response I've gotten in a long time.
Mr. Popular.
People are thinking about you, Avril. Emma said, what do you love the most about your job?
Well, I just like this. This was a dream come true for me. I just love music and singing, and I get to do what I love. And it's just like a huge blessing. And what I like about the music industry is that it's kind of like this cool, like laid back industry. And like, people get to be artists and weird and like dress how they want to dress. And like, I feel just so like lucky that this is my life and this is what I get to do.
They're giving me the last question flag. So
no, it's okay. You can you just started on Twitter. You can have more.
We'll roll down like a quick, like 5, like
hey, since the first half of the interview got cut off.
All right. Avril Lavigne, your favorite skincare item. Go.
I don't know.
Okay, skip it. First app you go to in the morning.
Instagram, probably, yeah.
What is a fictional character you'd like to spend one night with? Lotto the other day said Winnie the Pooh.
Santa Claus.
That would be a fun.
Dude, that would be so fun.
How about your favorite beer?
Right now, I'm drinking Molson Canadian.
Who's your best friend in the world, Avril?
My best friend is Nano.
Well done, Avril. Love it when you hate me on Open House Party with Black Bear. Thank you for your time. We're so glad you're back and we love you very, very much.
So great to be back on the show. I've hung out with you guys throughout my whole career, and thanks so much for all the support. And I love you guys so much.
Thank you for the music. Thank you for being you. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
The OHP Uncut Podcast with Kannon.